I hope it kept my sound levels. Because when I was testing and I changed my video settings, they changed my video settings afterwards. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still, the stream still going for you?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, you stop that out. It closed me out.
That's what I figured.
Mm.
All right.
Yep. Full screen. Back in. Watching. Hopefully
Right,
in a
so
moment.
fuck it. You didn't get to see it. I got it on camera before I pulled the thing up. They changed the intro a little bit, just a tiny bit. They changed the logos around, so it's got Future Club and a different company associated with it instead of Lab Zero.
Good. Yeah. Good.
I don't think they changed anything here.
Beyond the company name, stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember when they did the second Encore update, they added Squiggly to this lineup instead of the original cast, just the original cast. But I don't know if they added anyone else from the DLC.
Maybe they'll do it at the end.
Maybe.
If they do, would be nice.
Because Squiggly's new.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there goes the big band.
Hmm.
Oh, and Eliza. Okay, so they did add these guys. I've never actually seen this part.
Oh, were they never in there?
No, it stopped before Squiggly, and then I think second Encore added Squiggly.
Okay.
So neat. Okay, so...
Well, but did they add that with this update, or was that probably a prior update?
I don't know if it was this update or a prior
Oh, this is my
one.
Annie stuff, though. But that was also kind of changed in, too.
Because they added
She didn't have
Annie.
like a card, but she had some flashback picture moments right there.
They did add her to Beowulf's story. He was the last... Was he the last DLC?
Okay. Oh,
I think he
okay.
was the last DLC character.
So it might not be her pictures, but
It might be
technically
from
Beowulf.
there. Yeah.
All right.
And we were
Makes sense.
playing the Steam copy because it is the superior version. They
Is it?
actually did, when they were releasing it on 360 and PlayStation, every update and every DLC character had to go through Microsoft and Sony approval. And so updates would come so late that it just at some point stopped being worth it. Steam, they
So
put
Steam
this stuff
just
out
is up to
right
date when they
away.
want.
It's up to date when they want. When you buy SkullGirls, you immediately get the endless beta where they put new characters and patch up the updates before they go live. That one's online too, so you can play in there with a bunch of bullshit. But Annie of the Stars came out, so we're gonna go through her story today. Maybe in the future we'll do the rest of these, because we were talking a little bit about it. And the lore for SkullGirls is very spliced and not consistent. Long story short, multiple universes exist.
Oh, okay. So the simple region, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anything can happen.
Annie's Falling Star. TV show Annie of the Stars rating plummet. Is this the end of the magical girl dynasty? So, Annie she's a TV actress. She plays a very popular magical girl. And a lot of girls like her stuff and her show and her merch. Oh, and that's a cute little... all of that's readable. That's different. If you go towards the ending of it, it does the lorem ipsum, but a lot of that's readable.
Oh, it's just like the generic scribble lines?
Uh-huh. Because it starts with long-running TV
Oh, wow.
series. Annie of the Stars is rumored to be one of the...
One full story. Are
Yeah,
you still reading? That's some dedication. You got to swipe by. Hopefully, I'm reading the blurb beneath the picture.
It's great.
Oh, yeah, and then also right side, bottom paragraph has this is nothing. Lorem ipsum dollars amit something.
That's where they
Ipsit-
stopped. That's where they stopped caring. And then...
Oh, but she also hosts the blood drive at Basta Club.
Little-
Tempest Sapien in Neck Author. Yeah, okay.
a little Easter egg there in case we do decide to go and do some more the rest of these stories. Eliza, she's got a thing for blood.
Okay.
TV show.
Which one's that one? That's the...
She's the Egyptian lady,
Got it.
the Egyptian goddess. This is the end of the magical girl dynasty. You'd think the papers would stop sensationalizing a rating slump after the SkullGirl attacked Maplecrest. You'd
Yeah.
think so. News about
Yeah.
SkullGirl isn't going to be the entertainment section.
Tabloids.
Unless she announces she's going to star in a stage musical. Also, feedback from our focus group shows a similar drop in engagement. To put it simply, viewers feel we've lost the magic. No pun intended,
Oh,
right?
wow.
It's not my fault the writers are phoning it in. If I have to fight another coffee table monster, I'm going to do more than just flip a table. You can catch most of the concerns early if you were as involved in the process as you used to be. You used to be so passionate. You pushed everyone to do their best. Last I checked, my job description as a centuries-old warrior didn't include babysitting the entire crew. I should be out there hunting
he's
Skullgirl.
actually a magical girl that fights things, Skullgirl stuff.
So,
but also is also a TV show host, or at least of
she got a small little lore bit. I don't remember the full details of it, but her mom made a wish on the skull heart prior to all of this, and she had wished that Annie would stay. I think it was a monkey's paw wish for sure, but it was one of those like, I wish she would stay young and innocent or something like that, stay pure, and it kept her from aging.
Got it. Okay.
So she's actually like, I think like 100 or something years old, and she has actual magical girl powers, but she can't age and she has to adapt with the world. So naturally,
okay. So now she used to have an older So probably, but now it's the new So age, and the same stuff doesn't run. And she's old.
And she's old, but she doesn't look it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go hunt her after you shot this last fight scene. Fine, so what's the costume department cooked up this time? No costume this time. Beep, boop, meow. So the joke about Robo Fortune was she was a joke vote, and she got overwhelmingly positive votes, so they just threw her in.
Nice.
What the fudge is that?
Can't put those on, though.
Such language,
Those both faces options. Can't put them on there.
You can't. You know, I'd say worse if I physically could. If I physically could. I think that's a part of the spell. Something about keeping her a child. She probably can't actually say certain things.
Oh, okay. Oh, like pure.
Yeah.
Part of it all.
Because the skull heart is a monkey's paw. Unless you have a truly pure wish, it corrupts everything around it. New friend in the field and managed to patch it up. I think it will be perfect thing to spice up this mid-season finale. Cat pun detected. Comedy routines mildly amused. Engaging laugh track. Pre-recorded audience laughter. Our mechanical friend might be more challenging than your usual villains, but I'm sure you can handle it. Foolish human, no creature of flesh and bone can handle Robo Fortune. Your prop department has convinced me to field test their repairs in the combat simulation. Once you are defeated, I will pursue my true objectives. Say the villain monologue for the camera, will ya? And here's our first fight.
That's fun. All right.
This part never gets old.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
showtime! Oh.
Is this the new stage
this
then,
is
too?
the new stage that comes with any stuff.
Oh, okay. Some characters in the background there.
I'm doing terrible.
See, that's the spy teacher in the background? On the right side?
On the right side? Let's see.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. I'm choking. Oh, God.
Lines.
Performance anxiety or some shit. I'm also
yeah,
really bad
that.
I'm also really bad at fighting games.
It was the lag. I don't know what else. The controller died.
Okay, I don't have the
I
health
was
to really
distracted
be
by, I don't know,
around.
something outside.
Here's the other characters. I think that's Beowulf back there. Yeah, in
In a wolf.
in the wolf costume, and that's Parasol because she's a huge Annie fan.
Oh, that's cute.
Like she's the leader of a nation and everything, but she's a massive Annie fan. And there's a bunch of jokes about her going to meet her.
I like that. Oh, that's the intro for that. Pretty fun.
Oh yeah, and this one also has a ton of different intros and animations that didn't get put in the console versions.
Okay. For everyone or just some characters?
Everyone.
Oh.
For one reason or another, the patches didn't go through, or they just couldn't dedicate the time to debug them because they took forever to come out anyway. Like I remember when
this one now, finally.
I remember when Konami pulled out because they were the original publishers. It took them. The reason we got Second Encore was because they had to rebrand everything. Yeah,
because they said to do things again over.
Some things, had to be redone. They had to take stuff out. They had that debacle with the OC creator of what's her name? June, I think it is. So in Parasol, one of Parasol Supers, she says take the shot, and she's talking to a sniper.
Yeah.
The sniper had a name, and she was made as a joke. She was made by, they found her as an OC made by some guy who just drew in their style. They liked it.
Yeah.
They kept pitching her to be in the game as a joke, and then they wore down their the director and allowed them to put her in. She didn't have a model. They just put in the name and then just assumed that she was there. Alone. And then what's it called? The guy got in contact with them. They struck a deal with him. She was going to be made an official, actual character. And before it went live, the guy broke NDA, and so they had to pull it and repurpose her super and everything.
Well, of course.
The super is the same, but they had to redo a whole bunch of voice lines.
Yeah. How it goes, sadly. Also, this Eggman, though.
I think he's like a porpoise. I can't remember. I think he's a fish man.
Oh, is he the freaking blobfish?
I think so. Because this world is weird.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
So remember, perseverance isn't just about fighting mechanical monsters for the sake of the galaxy. Perseverance is doing your best at school, at work, everywhere else. So go on, show the world what you can do, and I'll see you all next time in the stars. Cut. Wine, reel, print it. Let's get it over to the editing. Finally, can we get out of here? There's a real villain for me to fight, remember? Yes, I've scheduled the rest of your day around brief appointments and public appearances that will have us traveling around New Meridian. It should give you plenty of cover to hunt the Skullgirl. You still haven't hired a new life double yet. I would be happy if you had a candidate, but last I checked, you haven't even started looking. What a pain, but no fixing it now. Sagan, let's go. Rawr.
Okay.
So it's got a name, Sagan. I wonder if it's a parasite.
Is that one of those things too?
Parasites are like living creatures, and they can't live without a host, but they grant the host a bunch of power. Okay,
so it's just a rabbit thing that might have taken the host?
Yeah, maybe. Or a stuffed animal that it just happened to be able to live with. It's really you. This is Eileen. She's the winner of the essay contest we held last month. She's here for a grand prize, a whole day with her hero, Annie of the Stars. You realize there's a literal magical murder machine walking around this town, and you expect me to take this child with me?
Taking pictures, fighting the villains.
That's great. It's always wonderful to meet my fans. I'm so glad you could be here today with us, Eileen. I can't believe I'm here on set. The pictures in the fan club mailer do not do it justice. And watching you fight the metal cat thing gave me goosebumps. It was so real. Our costume department sure knows how to make some unique villains. Why don't you get a photo with it? Oh my gosh, really? My friends are gonna be so jealous. No way, not happening. Rescheduling her isn't feasible and runs the risk of generating bad press. I can't have her tagging along when I hunt the Skullgirl. The answer is no. Annie, the show? The heck with the show. Annie, until you stop the cycle, there will always be more Skullgirls. But if we don't do something, the show is going to get canceled, and if you lose the show, you will never get it back. Don't you remember what you told me back when we first met? We're here to change the world one episode at a time. We can't do that if the show's canceled. We need this. Fine, she can come along. She just better not get in the way. I'll make sure you hardly notice her. Oh my gosh, it plays the piano! Yeah, Miss Fortune was full of cat puns when they made this game, because this was fucking 2012. Oh, yeah. And Robo Fortune just took that and amplified it because it's a fucking robot.
It's a gag character.
The whole joke of Robo Fortune was that people hate when characters are put in as doubles, but as clone characters in the form of a machine version. Because in Guilty Gear they did a similar thing where there's a character named Kai and he plays it a very specific way, and then they made a different character, Robo Kai, who has very similar attacks and a very similar playstyle, but changes ever so slightly to make things different. So she was a joke along the memes.
But then she won.
And then she won. What are you gonna do with her, Sagan?
So it's a day trip with Eileen as we hunt the Skullgirl.
As we hunt the literal destructive magical girl. Wow, I've never been to Little Innsmouth before. Oh, is that so? I've seen it from the metro before, but this is the first time actually getting to visit. It's a fascinating place, if you haven't been here a million times. My parents were so excited for me when I told them I won the contest. I think they were expecting I'd spend most of the day at the studio, but this is so much better. That's great. Okay, we're here. One of the best little restaurants in all of Little Innsmouth. It smells delicious, but the best part is I get to do lunch with Annie. Eileen, how about you come with me so we can pick what you want? Annie, starfruit shrimp stir fry for you? Yeah, you know what I like. Rawr, rawr. Fuck that, I'm not doing that. Second one's dragon fire pork buns, extra ginger, extra chili oil.
Sure, that came out.
Got it. Eileen and I will be inside for a bit. Try not to get in too much trouble. Finally, I thought she was going to talk my ear off. Go for it. You said it. Now let's try to find a lead on SkullGirl before they get back. SkullGirl, you've got to be kidding me.
Let's go back to back.
Hate to rain on your parade, but I doubt the SkullGirl does guest appearances. What does it matter to you? Call it an innocent feline fascination. You know what they say about curiosity in cats, right? Perhaps, but I'm also not about to let anyone get between me and the Skullheart. Especially not some spoiled starlet with a personal assistant. So
Annie would be well known, I assume, right?
Yeah, she's well known. The whole town knows it. The whole city knows about it. I think I hear your mother mewing. Why don't you try and make me, furball? All right. So you can see the clear, specially designed girl back there. She was also in the voting gauntlet.
Oh, okay, so she's a possible character.
Yeah.
Or could have been, or still could be, theoretically.
Still could be, because Annie and Umbrella were the top, or two of the highest ones.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So for people that don't know, when the game was first a Kickstarter game and on Indiegogo and stuff, getting its funding, they had a voting gauntlet once they passed their milestone and it was getting made, and there were potential characters that could be put in as DLC. There's a whole roster of characters we already have, like we already know about, and then there's a whole roster of like original characters that fit in the world.
This world that they made that definitely has coherency, a lot of continuity and coherency everywhere, right?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Like there was a prisoner, there was a Potemkin character, if you know who that is from Guilty Gear. There was a bunch of stuff. There was a bunch of people on that list. You could find it very easily if you do like SkullGirls voting gauntlet or something. It was from like 2014, I think.
Yeah, but they're still they're still making characters from it though.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks like we're gonna be getting more DLC. We're gonna get more DLC. There's a whole season pass, and I'm assuming they're gonna use the voting gauntlet because it's already got templates for them. We knew a kitten could be so ferocious, but I won't give up. I have to get the Skullheart. It's the only way I can bring them back. There's always one, isn't there, Sagan? Arr? Hey, didn't you watch Annie of the Star as a kid? A little. It was the only show Sinker ever let me watch. Then you should know this. You can't wish people back to life on some magical MacGuffin. It never works the way you want it to. But that's just some kid show. Real life, a wish like that only ends one way. You become the SkullGirl and they become your undead minions. It's better for everyone if you let whoever it is rest in peace. Besides, at this point, you're in no condition to fight anymore, let alone a SkullGirl. So get out of here. Try to do something worthwhile with your 9 lives. Heh, joke's on you. I'm down to 6 at most.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. We're here to change the world, one episode at a time. I can't believe I was so naive. How many decades has it been, Sagan? How many kids grew up watching my show only to end up just like her? They chase after the Skullheart despite all the risks and warnings. What a waste of time.
The Skullheart itself is also pretty well known, right?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
There you go. Oh, yeah, sorry. That was...
Yeah, I guess our puns were pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So every so many years, a SkullGirl always appears.
Okay, that's known.
That's known. Every but it's also known that the Skullheart appears alongside the SkullGirl. You defeat the SkullGirl, you get the Skullheart. The SkullHeart will grant you any wish. That's usually how the story gets passed around, but no one ever talks about the fact that the wish gets corrupted or you become a SkullGirl afterwards. Everyone just hears, oh, a new SkullGirl's popped up. I'll get my wish if I beat her.
Okay.
Good work with the hospital visit, Annie. It was so much fun watching you with the kids. I'm still giddy from seeing how happy they were. And thank you for letting me help. It was so much fun being one of the civilians in the skit. Yeah, you did great. That scream was top notch. You got talent. Annie said I have talent. Alright, you two. We have some time before Annie's next appearance. How about we grab some ice cream and enjoy a walk around Maple Crest? Sure, maybe I can finally find that thing I'm looking for. Hey, hold up a second. Is that who I think it is?
I know Peacock's also supposed to be in television too.
So Peacock is like 13.
Okay.
And her whole thing is that she's actually connected to the Skullheart or the Skullgirl, this current one.
Okay.
And she is the way she is because she was psychologically and physically tortured for a long time. And when they did experiments on her, the only thing that gave her solace was cartoons. And so her psyche's all fucked up.
Oh, so she's based off the cartoons.
She's
then.
based off the cartoons, yeah.
Okay.
Not exactly what I was talking about. Ha, I knew it. You're Annie of the Stars, ain't you? The real one. What gave it away? The dress, the hair, or sagging? Oh yeah, all that's genuine article. But only the real Annie would be walking around with the Florence Millet. The what?
What?
Producer extraordinaire and the first actress to ever play Annie.
Oh, it's the person?
What? Is she serious?
Oh, that's the manager. Okay.
Oh, I guess so. I'm impressed you knew that. Not a lot of people remember anymore. I didn't know I could spend the day with 2 Annies. Wait, you don't mean the grand prize for the essay contest, do you? Me and the boys must have sent in 100 letters, but guess that means you won. Them's the breaks, but from one fan to another, congrats. So how's it been? It's been amazing. I got to tour the set and even got... Sorry to interrupt, but we should get going. This is your day, Eileen. I don't want anyone else getting in the way while I'm looking for the SkullGirl. I mean, looking for fun things for us to do. I don't mind if she comes along for a little bit. Being generous with others is its own reward, right? Episode 12 from the last season. Nice callback.
Shit, my own words being used against me.
Still, much as I want to, I got business of my own I got to take care of. But before I go, maybe I can get an autograph. Fine, just give me a sec. I've got a pen. Just make it out to my hero Peacock. Hero? That's right. When I bring down the Skullgirl, you bet I'll be a bona fide hero just like you. The Skullgirl? You're not going to make her wish on Skullheart, right? No way. The Skullheart and Skullgirl ain't nothing but trouble. I'm going to blast that thing to smithereens the moment I set my eyes on it. And you really think you can do it? Not to brag, but my business is fighting Skullgirls. And business is booming. You know, I've always wanted to see how I might measure up to the bona fide hero. How about we have a little sparring match?
I like how this was a little more friendly.
Yeah. They're not all balls to the wall, let's fight. That's what I like about fighting game arcade modes. They could be really goofy sometimes. If you win, maybe we
This
could
fortune just had their own little personality to fight you, but this one's more just a genuine, let's try out.
Yeah. If you win, maybe we could see about getting a hero on the show for a guest appearance. You mean it? Hot damn! I'd fight a dozen Skullgirls for a chance to be on your show. Just don't get mad and change your mind after I rough you up a bit. And then that's Peacock's like little goofy theme. Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
So presumably Peacock just has a lot of power and stuff like that, which is why she's able to kind of do these weird cartoony-esque
So while they were
things.
experimenting on her... Oh, wrong way. When they were experimenting on her, the idea was that they were trying to create something that could bend reality the same way that the Skullgirl can.
Mm-hmm.
And... Oh, wrong way.
And the best candidate they had was Peacock.
She was the one that survived most of the tests.
Okay.
A lot of those kids that you saw when we were doing the test, they all had...
In the lab?
They were all test subjects in one way or another.
Okay.
Fuck. I haven't peacocked in a long... I haven't Skullgirled in a long time.
She's really keeping it out there.
Yeah, she's a zoner. That's what they do. There we go.
Well, that's it.
Animation will never replace real acting.
That's cute.
Peacock, are you okay? Yeah, ain't nothing I can't walk off. That's a relief. I was worried they're towards the end. You two really weren't holding anything back. It's hard to hold back when someone starts throwing bombs. Can you blame me? I was trying to impress you. I am impressed. You got a lot of tricks up your sleeve. It's a shame you're wasting so much of your potential. I get that slapstick is your shtick, but you're lacking basic fundamentals. If you were fighting a Skullgirl with even a modest undead horde, you'd get overwhelmed. And don't get me started on your, hey, what do you know about fighting Skullgirls? You just pretend to be a hero on TV. But while we're signing autographs and smiling at the cameras, I'm bringing down a Skullgirl. I'll be a real hero, then I'll start my own show with action and cartoons. It'll be better than your show ever was. Wait, Peacock, she didn't mean... Don't go after her, Eileen. But there's something else you want to say, right? Something encouraging and inspiring about how Peacock can be a real hero if she puts in the effort? Nope. If she just sees me as some pampered TV star, even after I beat her in a fight, then no amount of sugarcoating is going to make her take my advice to heart. Now, come on, let's get going. But...
Man, this TV show person's really not the person I see them on TV anymore.
Right? I can't believe you talked me into this. It's for the good cause.
Ring.
We're gonna go fight Beowulf.
What?
Receipts from tonight's event will be big benefit for the Renar Foundation for displaced orphans. But does it have to be him? At least he didn't have to talk to Zane this time. He's always so sleazy. Just stay on script and try to muscle through. Once we're done, I can take Eileen home. Then you and Zangin can hunt the Skullgirl to your heart's content. But does it have to be him? That's right. Your main man is back. Come on, New Meridian. Let me hear you howl.
So, I've just seen the banners in the background too.
Those banners change. There's different ones for all the characters plus some extras.
Oh, nice.
Just try and put on a good show. And remember, it's all for charity. I'll be in the front row watching with Eileen. Who's this walking into my ring to challenge me? If it isn't any of the stars, what are we doing out so late? Isn't a little past your bedtime? Well, I hear the Beowulf was coming out of retirement. I didn't want to miss my chance to rumble with a legend. Do you hear that, Wolf Pack? Sounds like we have a real match here. I love how he calls them the Wolf Pack.
It's fans.
Yeah. It's gross.
Makes sense,
I love it. Any of the stars versus the one, the only, Beowulf. And just you wait. Once I'm done here, Wolfpack, I'm gonna go defeat the Skullgirl. Well, wait a second. That's not the script. That's right. That Skullgirl is gonna regret treading on wolf territory.
Does he want to fight the Skullgirl just to fight him?
So his story's a little different, but in this case, it is. He's coming out of retirement, so what's a better way to boost your ratings than to go take down a literal fucking magical girl of destruction? No, Beowulf, it's too dangerous. Too dangerous? I don't know the meaning of the word. First, that's 2 words. Second, looks like I'm gonna have to pop that ego before you listen.
So I'm getting the hint that for all her age of Annie and her bit more jadedness, she still seems to be concerned with others.
Oh yeah,
of Garden Skullgirls at least.
She's very concerning, and I'm guessing from that line earlier with her manager, she's trying to break the cycle of the Skull Heart, which makes sense.
Yeah,
she was one of the first.
Yeah. They got, I guess, messed by the wish of the Skull Heart itself.
Yeah, so she knows how it could go, and she's seen it time and time again how it backfires.
They do like these
I
know Minette. Yeah, the banner for Minette was one of the characters you saw earlier. Are the other ones also the same thing?
I believe the ones on top are all from the voting gauntlet, so there's a chance they could become characters. But then there's 2 bigger ones in the back of who's actually fighting in the ring.
Okay, and that changes based off
who is playing. Yeah.
Okay.
What happened? What do you think happened? I knocked you out. What? No, the wolf pack there. Gone. The last one just filed out a few minutes ago. We would have left too if Eileen and Florence weren't so worried about you. We wanted to be sure you didn't need to go to the hospital. But since we're still here, you want to explain why you went off script? Why would you want to hunt the Skullgirl? Because the Skullgirl wouldn't stand a chance. All it take is 1 3-wolf moon slot. Moon slot and she'd be down for the count. Drop the act, Beowulf. What's the real reason? Because I want to be a hero again. I want to be someone people can look up to. Like back when I beat Grendel.
Another wolf? Another Skullgirl?
There was so do you know the actual Beowulf legend of how he fights the monster Grendel and takes its arm? So in here,
is that like an actual thing?
So in here they turned it into a wrestling match. There's a race of these, I forgot what they call them. There's a race of these creatures and they're kind of monsterish and they look kind of like the Grendel is depicted in the Beowulf fable.
Okay.
And he is supposed to wrestle Grendel, right? And it was supposed to be a legitimate match. It was supposed to be one of those, these two societies can meld together under a unifying thing of wrestling. He gets into the ring and he notices something is off. They had drugged up Grendel so he wouldn't be as ferocious and could be taken down really easily. And in doing so, he accidentally took its arm and killed it. And that's why he retires. In his story, he's just kind of moping around and he notices the arm is being raised from the dead because the Skullgirl is raising an army of the dead.
Okay, so the Skullgirl's coming back.
Yeah, and he notices that it's very antsy and trying to move around and stuff. So he uses it as a way to, 1, make himself a hero again and come out of retirement, and 2, to hopefully bring Grendel to proper rest. He's a good guy. He's just a showboater.
Yeah.